know that it's Buckeye State rival up in Cleveland, but we are under a thick blanket of the white stuff here at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. The 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Check 13. Check 13.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Back to throw. Perkins. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
To throw on second down. Perkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 21 yards away. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Set up, 50, plant. Don't get nervous. 95. Ready?
1st and 10, stick. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, Jack. Rush in. Rush in. Yep. Go back. We got motion. We got motion. Back up.
Stick looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Stick, 3rd and long. This is Johnson, he's got it. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But be able to catch it and come down with it. What do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Tight end right. Even. 4 down. Even. Watch twist. Blue jaw quarters. Deep river.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Top shoot.
Now again, right side. Milton. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Ready. 70, Indy. Watch the slit. Hey, Foxtrot. 33. Big stop, G. Big stop. Hey. Stop.
Now Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down and inches. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. Nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball running it, but not in that situation. I mean, I think we got an example of why NFL coaches really don't like their quarterback in the running game.
Because whether he keeps it or not, he's likely going to take a hit, isn't he?
No doubt about it. And defenses, they're looking to put that hit on quarterback.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. Perkins back to the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
18, look for 18. Go.
On 2nd and 9. Stick trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Johnson was the intended receiver. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Looking to throw. Perkins. Being chased out left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they're going to have this this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 48 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
3 down, 3 down.
2nd and 14. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Touchdown for Dave.
A 14-yard touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Now the try here for the extra point.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
You ain't got nothing. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Come off the ball. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, it's Stick. And a catch made by Johnson. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get the ball right here. Let's go. Pilot, 64, weak. Get him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch. Slam.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Mike, 40.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
On the ready.
I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
6-6. Pull it. Deep grip. Deep grip.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Mike 20. Mike 20. Come on. You better bring it. Hey. Shoot.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Johnson the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go. Mike 20, Mike 20. I'm here. Fight.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow is still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Bring it up.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what it... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, Perkins. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
56, Mike, 56.
Throwing on first down. Perkins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
91. Slant. 29 is the mic.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stick. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. His throw incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find it. Find it.
Stick back to pass. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy! 56! Let's make these babies crawl. Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. 56 to Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Perkins. And it's intercepted. Anthony Everett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun throw for Stick. He's going to walk on deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. To throw again on 2nd down. Stick. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. I got it. Look at me. Zipper, hit it.
Stick from the gun. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Mike 48. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were looking for Johnson that time. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Perkins complete. It's Johnson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense ready to go humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as well. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16. On 1st and 10, Perkins. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. As his guys are in for 6. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
61, matchbox light. Ready?
On 2nd and 11 now. Stick. Looking middle, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Stick looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. That last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Hey, tight down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
60 Pittsburgh. Pilot, 64. Weak. 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said.